Okay, I just want to review finding slope using 2 points. Because often what you're going to do, if you find slope even off of a graph, you can, you're going to find 2 points and you're going to subtract. If they give you 2 points in a table, that's how you're going to have to do it. So I just want to repeat or review what we did in the last video and what you were doing in 4.2. Remember that we said it's the change in y over the change in x. Okay, so I'm saying change because I don't know if it's going to be an increase or a decrease, but it is going to change. So I'm looking to where it's going. Okay, so where is it going? To be clear, this is the x and this is the x. This is the y and this is the y. Okay, so in this these 2 points, I'm going to take the 3, the y, and I'm going to subtract 0. And I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to subtract 0. And so this slope is going to be 3 over 3, which is 1. It has a slope of 1. That means as x increases, because it's positive, by 1, y increases by 1. Okay, so that's what we're saying. It increases by 1. As x increases by 1, as x gets 1 bigger, y gets 1 bigger. Okay, and that's what the slope tells us. Remember that the slope and the coefficient in the equation are the exact same thing. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one, and remember this is the change in, I'm just going to keep doing it. So it says change in y over the change in x, okay? And remember, this is the x, this is the y, this is the x, this is the y, the x comes first, okay? So I'm looking here and I'm looking at the y. So I have -3 and I'm taking away 1. Okay, remember I'm subtracting. So here's my -3 and I'm taking away this 1. And on the bottom, the x is going to be 3 and I'm going to be taking away -1. So let's see what we got. And this will be a good test on if you know, how proficient you are in adding and subtracting. So -3, take away 1, subtract 1. I'm at -3 and I'm taking away, I'm going in the subtracting direction. I'm going to have -4. And and 3, take away -1, I'm taking away the negative, that is going to be 4. And so -4 divided by 4 is -1. So that slope is -1. And so what that means is that as x increases, they always talk about x increasing, no matter what you do, increases by 1, the y is going to decrease by 1 because the slope is negative. So it's going to go down, okay? Okay, let's look at the next one. Here's we have, remember we have change in y over change in x. Okay, so I have, I'm not going to label them. Remember, the first one's x, the second one's y. Let's get used to that. So I'm going to have -3, take away, and the other y is -5. And I'm going to have -2 minus 0. Okay, and this is going to be, I'm taking away a negative. So -3 plus 5 is going to be 2. Is going to be -2, take away nothing is still -2. And 2 divided by -2 is -1. Okay, so that has the same slope as the previous one. Okay, as x increases by 1, y is going to decrease by 1. And that makes sense. I can fit that in. Okay, the last one is interesting. It's a little bit of a special case, so I wanted to include it. So let's say the change in y over the change in x. Okay, and here's what we have. Look at this. We have 6 minus 6 and 5 minus 3. And so we have 0 over 2. And 0 over 2 is 0. So the slope is 0. It's 0. There is no slope. So what it's saying is, as x increases by 1, a little mess up there, by 1, y doesn't increase or decrease. Okay, it stays the same. So notice y is 6 there and y is 6 there. So y is going to be 6 no matter what x is. Okay, so if you have a straight line, and I'm gonna do this line. This line would be like this. Here's 6, and it's going to be always 6. It's going to be straight across. Okay, this is the x, this is the y. X, no matter what, y is always going to be 6, no matter what you have. Okay, and remember that this is, if it's negative, a negative slope, okay, means the line is going down, and a positive slope means the line is going up. Okay, so I just wanted to review that before you go on to 4.3. This is going to be mostly helpful for the Khan Academy you're going to do after 4.3 in the quiz. Okay, good deal.